George came home to quiet. Not the comfortable kind, but the kind he had learned to recognize. Anna was on the sofa reading. She looked up when he walked in, smiled, and went back to her book. Biscuit was at his feet before the door closed, and when George stood still a moment too long, the dog sat down beside him and looked at Anna too. They stood there together in the hallway for a moment, both looking at her. He went to the kitchen to make tea with Biscuit close behind. They leaned against the counter together, both facing the living room in silence. George crouched down to the dog's level, and Biscuit's ears perked up immediately.
Biscuit, be honest with me. Did I do something? I didn't think so.
He made tea and brought her a cup, then sat down carefully beside her on the sofa. Biscuit followed and settled at their feet, watching them both.
You made tea.
I thought you might want some.
She lowered her book, looked at him genuinely confused, and said she was fine, just tired. Then she leaned her head onto his shoulder and closed her eyes. George sat completely still, his hand resting on the cushion beside him, not quite knowing what to do with it. Biscuit jumped up from the floor, turned 3 slow circles, and collapsed against her feet with a long exhale, asleep within seconds. George looked at him, then slowly at Anna, and said nothing. She smiled without opening her eyes. Biscuit's tail thumped once against the cushion. George picked up the remote, turned the volume down low, and slowly ran his hand through her hair. Neither of them moved again for a long time.
Like and subscribe for more EchoTales stories.